I'm Hunter. This is the Family Showdown!
Howdy folks, welcome back to my top 100 games of all time. With me is Rebecca, I'm Hunter, and let's get started. My number 80, I'm going to 80 to 71 this time. My number 80 is...
Why the suspense? I can't handle it.
Dominion! She's shocked! I knew she would be.
Actually, I'm almost shocked it was on your top 100.
There's only one reason this game is on the list, and it's the game that's in front of me. It is Dominion Prosperity. We got this game this year. This revitalized Dominion for me a little bit. Prosperity took Dominion and made it exciting. So Dominion Prosperity, what this is, it kind of cranks up the level of Dominion. You're buying bigger cards, you're getting in the game faster.
Yeah.
Things are exploding, you're buying big cards with big points and fun and excitement, and like I said, it brought Dominion back to where it belongs. But it used to be, last year, Dominion was my number 53.
What?
And so now it dropped to 80, and the only reason it hung on was this baby right here, Dominion Prosperity. So I highly, if you like Dominion and you haven't got this one, this is the one to get in my opinion.
Yeah, that's my favorite too, honestly. It's really fun. I really like how they tricked it up.
Yep.
And it's still Dominion at its heart, and I just love that.
Just so you know, this is an expansion. It is not a complete game.
So get Dominion.
Well, you can buy the base cards.
That's true, you can. It's really cool.
So if you're looking to jump into Dominion, buy the base cards and get this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now you probably should get the base Dominion just to start off. But
that's
anyway,
fun. Yeah.
This one kept Dominion on my list. Otherwise, it would have fell off the list.
Something wrong.
My number 80, Dominion Prosperity.
It's very good. Very good choice.
My number 79 is a new game to the list. Brand new game.
Ooh.
This is one of those two-player games that pushed Japur down the list.
What?
And that is Seven Wonders Duel. So this took Seven Wonders and made it fun. Wait, no, did I say that was my outside voice? No. Seven Wonders is a good game. I enjoy Seven Wonders, but
Two-player, not so much.
two-player Seven Wonders is garbage. They shouldn't even put that variant in the game at all. It is. If any of you guys out there like it, that's fine. But man, I cannot play Seven Wonders two-player. But this game took Seven Wonders and made it into an amazing two-player game. It's just fun.
It is fun.
I like the way you draft the cards. All the cards are out on the table, but you don't see all of them. So you draft them, and then as you draft certain cards, other cards get exposed. So you kind of got to playing chicken a little bit on what you want to expose and not expose.
Yeah, because I could get it before you. Or...
And unlike Dominion, it has 3 ways to win. You can win by getting the most points, obviously, but you can also get a military victory or a science victory. So you got to kind of keep an eye on your opponent and see what they're doing and kind of thwart their plans to win militarily or scientifically. So a great little two-player game I highly recommend for 2 players. Seven Wonders Duel. My number 79.
It's a good one. Very good one.
My number 78 was my 56 last year.
Didn't drop as much.
And I think this one could go up the list if we ever get it to the table with the new app.
Say what?
And that would
I know what game that is.
Descent!
Yep.
Journeys in the Dark. This is an awesome dungeon crawl game. The problem is... with 2-player, not so much, because it's basically I'm the bad guy and she's the only good guy, and it's meh. But I'm hoping to get the app going and us play this cooperatively against the game.
Did you say cooperatively?
I may have let that slip out of my mouth. Cooperatively. But anyway, this is a great dungeon crawl. I like that it has a campaign built right in that you can do where you can build up your characters and do all sorts of cool stuff. And like I said, I hope to get this played 2-player with the app. So Descent, Journeys in the Dark, my 78. You're supposed to help me.
It's more fun to watch you squirm.
So my number 77
Yes.
Is that right? Wow. Has plummeted, apparently.
Oh, my.
My number 77 was my 16 last year, so I was crazy enamored with this game. I think it had a little bit of the new game feel to it, because I think we had just got this game when I made my list, so I was probably living the dream of the moment. And that game is Colt Express.
What? What? Okay.
I'll just... One word. What's the word?
Light. I'm
Light.
assuming.
It is a light game. It's a light program movement game. It is a fun little game.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious and fun, but program movement can be half of it's a laugh out loud, half of it is you messed up everything I was going to do.
That's part of the awesomeness.
That is part of the awesomeness. So I like this game. It's a fun game. It's just super light. And like I said, I think this had a little bit of the new game hype to it, because I think we had just gotten this game
Oh my
when
gosh.
when I made my list.
But every time we've played it, it's been hysterical.
It is a fun. It's on my list.
I know.
If you were a game from last year and you survived the list, you're a pretty darn good game. And Colt Express is a fun little program movement game where you're like trying to rob a train, and
oh my gosh,
you reprogram everything and see what happens and all kinds of craziness. As soon as you shoot at nothing or someone punches you, then you realize you're going to be there, and you try to grab a loot that's already gone, and all that fun stuff. It works fairly well. Two player, you play two characters, and it works pretty good.
It's pretty fun.
You can actually shoot your own character.
Yes, you can.
You're one of your guys can shoot your other guy.
Oh, it's so funny.
So yeah, fun little light program movement game, Colt Express, and it has a train. It has a real train.
What I like about this too is that you store the train intact in the box. So once you build your train, you don't have to take it apart.
When you say stuff like that, I feel I need to open the box
Oh
up.
well, then show it off then, because they're so cool. Look at this. Look.
Yeah,
I don't have to take this thing apart every time. So it's so easy to set up and play again.
Little engine.
I can't believe this dropped. Making me sad.
Yeah, I know, but I've explained this many times.
I know, but we haven't played it as much either.
And my taste in games have
Your taste in games.
yeah,
has
when
changed
I
a
was
lot.
starting to eye games like the Gallerist and Trickeron or whatever it's called, and is that Trickerion? What's it called? I don't know. Anyway, there's
I'm not touching that.
crazy heavy games. My tastes have definitely changed. That's my number 77. Colt
Look at
Express. It dropped from
16, you said?
16.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
All right, the next game on my list is a new game to the list. It's new. There's only 3 new games to the list this time,
Okay.
and this is one of them.
Okay.
This is a family favorite, I think. Even little Nessa plays this game with a little help, and it's just a blast to play. And that game is Mysterium.
Oh, okay.
So Mysterium is kind of takes Dixit and adds a level on top of it where you're
Of
kind
mystery.
of mystery of Mysterium. So basically one person's a ghost, and he kind of was he the one killed or witnessed the murder or something, I don't remember. And you give clues to kind of like the game Clue. You have a person, place, and a thing, and you give cards, and the ghost cannot talk. They just give a card to kind of point the players in the direction of their card.
Yeah, but the cards are like, if you've played Dixit, they're really weird, artsy, trippy kind of looking cards like Dixit. So you're looking at them going, what is the clue he's trying to give us? It's really interesting.
Yeah, and Nessa can actually play this one, which is a little bit of guidance, kind of direct her what she needs to be doing. But she plays.
They love guessing. It's just fun.
Our family has a pretty good record with this one. I think we usually win it. So
I think we've only lost once.
Yeah, Katie played the ghost one time, and she loved that too.
Yeah.
So it was just a really great little family game. And this is one of those games that you can kind of build a game day around and kind of
you could
do mood lighting and music and the whole 9 yards. In fact, at conventions when this was first coming out, they did that.
Did they really?
They had,
That's
they had
cool.
little side rooms with dark and kind of set up like a little room, kind of like it felt like a kind of almost like a seance kind of thing, where
creepy.
it's really dark.
Yeah, but they did the game. And
So this one's a good one.
That'd be a good one for a theme day.
Mysterium,
Yep.
a co-op game.
Oh, are you ill? I'm checking.
All right, so my next one, my
75?
75. How did you do it? My number 75.
Genius.
Last year was my 23.
What is wrong with this list?
This game used to be one of my favorite social deduction games. It still
wow.
is really good, but I've just been exposed to so many amazing social deduction games. So this one has dropped down the list. And that game is Coup.
I feel a little sad about that.
It is a little, I feel a little sad too. But anyway, Coup, it's a great little super light introductory social deduction game. Basically, you have roles in front of you that are hidden from the other players, and when you take your turn, you can pretend to be any role you want and take the action of that role. But if they don't believe you, they can call you out and
then
call your bluff,
and
then you have to prove it. And if you're wrong, then one of your guys die, one of your two characters dies. But if you're right, then one of their characters dies. Basically, it's last man standing kind of game, and it's just a fun little bluffing social deduction-y game that you can just crank out a game in like 10 minutes.
It's so much fun. That's a really great
super
game.
light
And it's great to play with people that haven't necessarily played a lot of games, too, because it's pretty easy to figure out the roles pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is kind of, if you learn this game, it kind of gives
you can play a lot of social
You get the idea of hidden roles, and you keep your identity hidden and things, and pretending to be someone you're not, and things like that. It's a great, really good introduction, I think, to bluffing / social deduction games. So, my number?
74?
74, Coup.
So let's see your 73.
You're good at this. My 73 was my... Oh, wait, Coup was 75. You messed up.
Was your 42? What?
My 74... Man...
Greatness.
My 74 was my 23 last year.
You're just throwing numbers out there now.
I'm just making stuff up. And why do you think it dropped?
It's light.
It's a light game, but it's a great little light gateway game. Probably my favorite gateway game. That is King.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rattling in this thing. It's like a broken Christmas present. King of Tokyo. It's just
That was a great game.
This is my go-to game to teach non-gamers games, hobby games.
Yes, it's a blast.
Because almost every person has played Yahtzee, pretty much, and this takes Yahtzee and adds a game to it. Basically, it's that roll, keep some, roll again, keep some, and roll one more time, and try to make the best combination of things to do what you want to do, and it's giant monsters attacking each other.
You got Godzilla. I mean, you can't
you
get much better than
you
that.
can buy superpowers for your monster, and you storm into Tokyo and you beat each other up. Last man standing, or whoever gets a certain number of victory points first. So it's just a great little light introductory hobby game.
And it's great for kids too. It's a fun game to play with the kids or with adults. It's one of those games that everybody seems to enjoy. Gamers, non-gamers, everybody likes this game. So.
Yep. So this is if you watch our top 10 gateway games, this was my number one. I think this is just, like I said, if the person knows Yahtzee, they'll understand how to roll the dice.
Yeah.
So there you go. My number?
42?
Oh my gosh. You're fired. 74, King of Tokyo.
Not my job.
Why are you here?
I don't know. I'm going to have flashcards next year for you.
My number 73, which was 28 last year, so it dropped about the same amount as King of Tokyo-ish.
Okay.
It's another light game, and that is New York, 1901.
This was on the list last year? Oh, it must have been pretty new.
Yeah, that's why I think it had that new car smell to it.
It must have. This was new.
Yeah, this is a crazy light area control game, I guess, mostly. It's I guess it's kind of set collection, hand management, area control, bonuses, all kinds of stuff. It's just a light introductory game to area control, I guess, is the best way to do it. And also there's bonuses where your buildings are positioned. Basically the theme is you're building skyscrapers in New York in 1901. And there's all the streets of New York, and you have, at the beginning of the game, there's certain streets give bonuses for having buildings on that street, and you get points for all the buildings you build, and it's a really light family weight area control game that plays in less than an hour. So
I really like the board is laid out like a city map, and really have to pay a little bit of attention to your pieces and the colors, the like zoning on the board, because you do almost have to play Tetris in a way to make sure all the pieces fit in and to get the maximum amount of bonus points. And I really like that element to the game. It adds a little bit of extra complexity to what, like he says, is pretty darn light, and it's great.
Yep.
Really good game.
I like it. And that is my number, I don't know.
73?
Yeah, 73. My number 72 is the big brother to this game right here, Coup, and that game is The Resistance.
What? You like that one more than Coup?
Yes, I do like that one more than Coup, because it's more of a game. Coup is kind of, you kind of just play a role and take actions. This one's got a game built around it where some players are good guys, some players are bad guys, and you send people out on missions, and then you can vote where the mission succeeds or fail, and then you can deduce off of that maybe who the bad guys are, and you eventually want to be, the good guys eventually want to send only good guys on missions, so they got to figure out who the bad guys are. So it's a great, kind of a more meaty social deduction game. And this is one of those games where at the end you think you got it figured out, and it all just blows up in your face. You have it all wrong, and the person you thought that was on your team is actually on the other team, and then you cry a little and laugh and have a great time. So The Resistance, if you look, this is like first edition, so this isn't what it looks like anymore. So this is the old school, probably first edition box of Resistance. So there you go. That is my number 72.
72.
The big brother to Coup, The Resistance.
So your next one is, your last one for today, 71?
Now she helps.
Of course.
All right. So my number 71 is a brand new game to the list, and it's a sci-fi game. Rebecca's going to be pretty sad about this one, I think. And that is Among the Stars. What? Among the Stars, it's a great card drafting game.
It's an awesome card drafting game.
I said it was great.
It's awesome.
Where those cards become tiles, and those tiles, you build out a space station. You're trying to build the best space station you can. The orientation of your cards matter, and also what your opponent's doing matters as well. So when you're drafting those cards, you kind of got to keep an eye on what your opponents are doing to get rid of those cards or take them away from them. So it's a great card drafting game with a cool sci-fi theme on top of it. Yes. And you can take it to another level and get alien races with superpowers and all sorts of cool stuff. So it's a great game. Really short. It only takes maybe half an hour to crank this one out.
Half an hour to an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It does go pretty quickly.
But anyway, that is my number 71. The last one for this time around. Among the Stars. Well, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.